Yeah, that is a cool trailer. Here's 135.
Piston rings are broken. Now, if you see here, say that.
She's had a life, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Or he. Well, non-binary nowadays.
Yeah. So then he can just rebuild everything back up.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm back on the road and I'm out this way in Cambridge this morning to go and see how the 135 restoration is coming along. Recently, the 135's been split in two, and we'll see what's left to do on it and basically how it's going to be restored. And just on the way here, I'm following this very nice Richard Weston dumper trailer, which is slightly different, of course, to the Richard Weston I'm looking at having built, which is the 14-ton grain model, and it's got me thinking a bit. Yeah, that is a cool trailer. Bit of inspiration. So we're back at Young's Tractor Restoration. I'm here with Gavin.
Hello.
And here's 135.
It's left a bit.
Yeah. How have you been getting on with it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I said, you had problems with your gears.
Yeah.
As you can see here, your gear selector is really worn. If you rub your fingers over that,
Yeah.
you can just see.
Oh, blooming hell. Yeah.
You know, and that should all be one issue with your gear selector.
Yeah.
Some of your piston rings are broken.
Right.
As you can see, so there's your pistons. Now, if you see here,
Yeah.
this gear is, if you can feel it probably easier than you can see it, but on this one, look.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got to talk about really what you want to do. Now, do you want to change that? It's going to cause you
Yeah.
potentially massive problems, but
It's just worn on the edge there.
it's worn on the edge. Now, I would imagine a lot of that is it's been where it's changed gear on the move.
Right.
Would have done that.
Right.
Like I said, it's not going to cause you massive problems, but
It is
potentially
a little bit aware.
you know, it's one of them that you don't.
Yeah.
It's really where you want to go with it on that one.
And then is that a bearing there? Sorry.
Yes, a bearing, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think that's gone or?
No, to be fair, other than that wear,
Yeah.
you know, you can see they're reasonably all right. Your bores are fairly well worn. If you can feel. Right, so that's the coke. So that's as far as your piston ring will come up in there.
Right.
So if you run your finger up, you can feel where they sort of stop and.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
So your pistons are that worn. They were loose in the bore.
Right.
So you get a lot of course issues fairly quickly, I would imagine.
Right.
Your crank, you can see we have started to get a little bit of wear on the crank. You can, like I say, you run your fingers over some of them,
Yeah.
and you consider the finish that should be on that. You can see that actually.
Yeah, there's like an indent. Yeah. Yeah.
Which we want to sort out.
Right. So can that just be
We can machine that.
machined?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy new cranks,
Right.
but the reality is you can buy a new crank, but we know the quality of that one.
Yeah.
It's got us to this point.
Yeah.
So
Can't beat the old school stuff, can you?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. A lot of the stuff will come from China, so you don't know the quality of it.
Yeah.
We would always say we would grind this up,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like I said, to grind it up would be the price, near enough the same price as buying a new replacement one.
Yeah.
But it will be a Chinese
Not
equivalent, should we say?
Yeah.
So,
But it wouldn't be the same as a
we
1960s.
No, we couldn't guarantee, and that would be for us, we would put this together as it was built. So ideally, we'll grind that up.
Yeah.
And it should come right. That's your head. Obviously, that will need machining, probably the valves reseating.
Right.
On that, because obviously we'll send this away to our local machine shop.
Yeah.
So they'll machine this.
Yeah.
We'll need new liners.
Right.
So what we'll do is we'll get an engine rebuild kit, have a semi-finished liner.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll press these liners out.
Yeah.
We'll have new liners in, and then they'll machine them to the pistons.
Okay.
All right. So that we've got, it is as per, you could buy finished liners.
Yeah.
The problem is you don't know how well they're going to sit, if you know what makes sense.
Right,
so
right.
You could just be replacing something that is as bad as what you've taken out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because at least when we're having these machines, we know that the fit is.
It's good.
Would it come out of the factory? Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's worn.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
She's had a life, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Or he? Well, non-binary nowadays.
Yeah. you can't say that, Dave.
Yeah.
So you got that there. You've got the rest of your.
Oh yeah.
As you can see here.
Yeah.
This is the main axle beam.
Right.
You can see there's the bush in there.
Yeah.
That's worn away completely.
Oh blimey, yeah.
And actually eaten into the
actual
beam. So
yeah.
this part will need to be replaced.
Right.
Again.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Can you see? I don't know if you can see the bush has actually gone.
It's actually
together.
worn into the axle a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, luckily, like I said, the pin's all right. The tombstone's all right.
Do you think we could find like an original one of these, or?
That would be. We may have one. To be fair.
Yeah.
If you hoop 135 sit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's 4 at the moment.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, that would be is to find a good second-hand one.
Genuine.
Because we know it's quality and it's just finding the right.
Yeah.
Right
I would imagine it was on a butt crate for a lot of its life. I would imagine probably around the yard, going up and down the bonnet. It used to lift off its wheels quite a bit, I think.
Yeah. So
probably rocked a bit and.
Yeah, and so much of the other stuff is in fairly good order.
Yeah.
Without
yeah, the bonnet
and bonnets for 135. Yeah, it's in very good order. So,
yeah.
So the mud guards are in reasonable order as well.
Yeah. And then these are the steering.
The steering arms.
Steering
arms. Yeah. We thought they were a bit warm, but actually when we've taken it. It is just the movement in that axle beam that has
front axle beam, yeah.
I suppose not disguised, made everything else look that bit worse of how bad it is. If you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the major problems that you came in with, with your gear selector, we can rectify fairly easily.
Yeah. And that gear selector, would it be quite expensive to replace that warm one, or?
No, it's, like I said, it is just
on the edge there.
Yeah. When you consider it should be like this one.
Yeah.
The finish on the flush.
Yeah.
Whereas you can see I spent, I would think, like I said, that's a lot of changing gear on the move. Well, that's yourself.
Yeah.
They really want to be stationary for it to
change gear.
Yeah. And I would think, like you say, if that's been in and out of cow sheds
all its life, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of it is just slamming gear and
round the yard.
So yeah, it's
yeah.
But yeah, we've got so yeah, we'll obviously have to send this bit away. I said if it goes up the road to a local machine shop.
Yeah.
And then we'll no problems. I said just their waiting time at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
And then there's just the.
Yeah, so we're going into the back end. Then really, you'll split that down.
Yeah.
A bit further.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's got some, the mud guards are surprisingly.
Yeah.
In very good order. One thing that just tends to, like I said, there's odd bits in them, but
get damaged a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they tend to, particularly like I said, you'd expect it to be full of holes because of what they do. You do see it.
Yeah.
There's not many tractors that come in here that have got, in that cleaner order really. Like I said,
yeah.
Cosmetically, it's like I said, it's a tidy tractor. It's done a lot of work in its time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's only proven by the, like I say, some of the engine components. So normally, like I said, we'll send that away. It'll come back. By that point, Nathan will have been able to go through the back end, so then he can just rebuild everything back up when it's back, if you see what I'm saying. So then it's a case of, is everything running as it should?
Yeah.
Is there anything he's missed?
Yeah.
So we can run it up and make sure everything's all right, and then it's a case of breaking it back down to try and then he'll have to do like his cosmetic work. So it's like the patches on this where you've got little bits of rust and stuff that will just need a little bit of attention
Tidying up.
before we sort of shot blast it and that. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
we'll get the engine and machine work done, and then it's really a case then of like I say, just the cosmetic work.
Yeah.
And it's always gonna. So it's just his preparation then, and that's what really takes the.
I remember you were telling us about that, about the preparation and how long
Yeah.
it takes to get that amazing finish, which was on that Ferguson, which was.
Yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone now. It's
so,
gone home.
Yeah. That's gone to its.
Come back to
its owner, yeah. So
owner.
that one's nearly ready to go.
Oh yes.
Shot blasting now. So
And this was the
this is the one that
Ferguson in the hedge,
come out
wasn't
the
it?
hedge, yeah.
Like, when I last saw this, it was just the axle on the back, a bit like how my tractor is now.
Yeah.
So it's sort of gone through the process.
Yeah, so you can see I said all the engine has been done now.
Yeah.
We had it last week. We had it driving around the yard, so that's the first time that had moved under its own steam in about 30 years.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a couple of minor points of sorting out sort of on the back axle, and then we'll split it back down into shot blast and paint it really.
And this is
this Nuffield 460.
yeah.
Like I said, this is one of our own, so we're going to use this as a show tractor. You know, when we go and do the county shows and stuff to put on our stand.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be we'll go through that, and but something like I said, a little bit different to what we do normally, but
Yeah.
I think the orange will look nice, stand out a little bit more than.
Yeah. A good,
ever,
good tractor to grab some attention and.
Yeah, I think that's just like I say, a little bit different to even your colours today, your major makers. So yeah.
Yeah, can't wait to see it done.
Yeah. So.
And thanks very much, Gavin.
That's right, no problem.
It's nice to see an update, and hopefully it'll be
We'll be a little bit further.
a little bit further ahead in next
time
time and next
So,
trip in. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks. There we go. Everything's coming along nicely. I'm back at the office now, and it was nice to see today the 135 finally in pieces, as Gavin said, sorting the engine out, sorting the transmission out, and then the cosmetics at the end. So it's all coming together, and it's all hopefully going to be done this year. So massive thanks to Young Structure Restoration, and I can't wait to go next time in the next several weeks to see where it's at and to see how it's all coming along. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.